everybody, it's Fufu here, and today I'm going to be testing out one of the new moves in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and that is going to be Photon Geyser or Geyser, however you want to pronounce it. What I am going to be showing you is basically just how it works and some mechanics around it. So it's a new Psychic type move that is a signature move of Necrozma, and where it's cool, it's got a very high base power of 100, but where it's cool is that it uses Necrozma's highest attack to deal damage. So basically, if your attack is higher than your special attack, it will deal physical damage, and if your special attack is higher than your attack, it will deal special damage. So I've got a big fat blob of Chansey to show how this works. So I've got a Necrozma out here, and this Necrozma is a special Necrozma, which means that it shouldn't be doing too much damage to Chansey, because Chansey is a special wall and it has a much higher defense, special defense stat than defense stat. So I'm just going to go for a Photon Geyser here, and I'll go for a soft boiled with Chansey just so that I can heal up and we can do some more testing. So let's go for a Photon Geyser and see what happens. So it's a really cool animation. This shouldn't do too much damage to Chansey though. You can see that it doesn't do very much damage. It's about 72 damage. So it didn't do too much damage. And now I'm going to swap out into a physical attacking Necrozma to show you that the same attack can do a ton of damage because it's going off its physical attack. And I'll just keep going for soft boileds with my Chansey for now. And then what I'm going to do is test how it works with stat boost and whether it counts stat boosts or not. So let's just go for another Photon Geyser with my new Necrozma that is a physical attacker, and its attack stat is higher than its special attack, and you'll see that this does a ton more damage. So there it does, yeah, it does a lot more damage. So that does what, about 160, is that right? About 160, yeah. So that's over double the damage. But what I'm going to do now is swap out back into my specially attacking Necrozma, because what I want to show is, what I want to test is if my specially attacking Necrozma goes for a Swords Dance, thus boosting its physical attack higher than its special attack, does Photon Geyser then become a physical attack rather than a special attack, and then do a ton of damage to Chansey? So obviously it would be doing more than double what the Photon Geyser is doing at the moment. So let's just go for that and go for another soft boiled. So after this Swords Dance, my special Necrozma's attack will actually be higher than its special attack. So that means that it should be attacking on the physical side now, potentially, if Photon Geyser takes into account the stat boosts. So let's go for another Photon Geyser against this specially defensive Chansey to see how much damage we're doing now, whether it's doing like 140 damage or whether it's doing considerably more than that. So that did tons of damage. So that's the same Necrozma at the beginning of the video that only did 70 damage with its Photon Geyser. So if you boost your stats, then it will count those boosts with the Photon Geyser attack. So it's a really neat attack, really cool. Especially cool because Ultra Necrozma can also use Photon Geyser, and it has equal attack and special attack. Necrozma has an actually higher special attack, but Ultra Necrozma has very high attack and special attack, so you can run some really interesting mixed sets there, or Swords Dance sets, or Calm Mind sets, and really play around with that Photon Geyser attack. So there you go. That's one test that I've done about Photon Geyser, and there are tons more that I could do, I think. If you want to think of any, say how it might interact with abilities and things like that, please leave your comments in the comment section below for future ideas for experiments. I do read as many comments as possible, reply to as many as possible, and they can be made into future videos. But that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Fufu, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.